with this vulgar, unrealistic rock and roll bop.
In the 1950s and 60s, music was a powerful expression of the social changes that rocked America.
The music for young people was rock and roll, Stax, or Motown.
They wanted to hear this kind of music all the time, but you had the older folk telling them, teaching them the hatred stuff. The blues is a part of BB's character because he identifies the blues with his harsh upbringing, the very adverse conditions under which he was reared.
I was raised up listening to my family telling me that you don't want to get in trouble by drinking out of the wrong water fountain, going to the wrong restroom, going to the wrong place to eat. These things can lead to losing your life.
The 1955 murder in a till near Money, Mississippi, outraged the world and gave new urgency to the civil rights movement.
We had no legislators, we had no highway patrol, we had no policemen, we had no nothing black. Tallahatchie County, Mississippi, and the Mississippi Delta was really where the events that led to the Civil Rights Revolution began.
Don't shop for anything on Capitol Street. Let's let the merchants down on Capitol Street feel the economic pinch.
Medgar Evers was one of the most courageous leaders in the entire civil rights movement. He was murdered in the driveway of his home in front of his wife and children.
You sit to yourself and wonder, why can't people see that this is not right? Sure they can. But some people just don't care.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, and this is final, we'll be demonstrating here until freedom comes to Negroes here in Jackson, Mississippi.
Some of the highlights of the civil rights struggle for me was to see that protest pays off.
I was in San Francisco. I'd been booked to the Fillmore West, which was owned now by a guy called Bill Graham.
Bill Graham opened up avenues for a lot of artists, black and otherwise, to cross over to the general public. He was a totally fearless promoter, which I guess it's easier to be if your audience is all stoned on LSD, you know.
Things were quite different then. The attitudes, the people's attitudes were different during the hippie generation. I think like everybody was a little happy.
When we got there, I saw all these long-haired kids. I told my road manager, I say, I think the agency made a mistake. I never seen nothing like this before. And all white kids. They all stood up and then started to applaud. But man, that got to me so much, I just couldn't stand it. I stood up there and started crying. These people standing up. What I'm gonna do? I ain't never played with no people like this. So what I did the best I could do. I had about 3 or 4 standing ovations. And when I got ready to leave, they stood up again. And that was the beginning of playing to a different crowd of people. And that night, instead of having about 90% black, we had about 95% white. First time ever.
I think what really gave the so-called blues the biggest boost and the biggest shot in the arm is the mixture of the races.
Basically, there had been this great, big, beautiful body of music, the blues, coexisting side by side with this huge white public. And they never got to any extent really got together. It was something that was way overdue.
Prior to the Civil Rights Movement and during the Civil Rights Movement, one of the things about music, and the music was good, color had no border.